Hey guys, it's almost Easter and today we are going to do an Easter brunch using predominantly einkorn flour, freshly ground. We're going to do a quiche with chicken sausage using an einkorn pie crust. We're going to do scones and we're going to add in some bacon and some chives to do bacon chive scones. So for the sweet side, we will be making lemon poppy seed muffins. And we're also going to be making a berry pudding cup using cottage cheese and whipping cream for the base of this rich dessert. All right, to start off, I am going to adjust the pie crust recipe on my website to make it a freshly ground einkorn flour recipe. And to do that, I'm simply going to drop the amount of butter to about 10 tablespoons and then slightly up the liquid if needed, just what helps it to pull the dough together. And hopefully someday I will get an exact amount out so we can make this into a whole wheat recipe. But it turned out very easily. It wasn't a hard thing to adapt to. These I roll out and then I place in the pie dish and then I chill it for a bit while I start the scone dough. The scone dough is a dense base, kind of like the pie dough, but it uses a little bit of sweetener and it uses a lot more milk as the liquid. So these I'm going to make with the freshly milled einkorn, as on the blog, and these also are going to be chilled. The dough will be chilled, and then when we come back after they have chilled for a while, I'll put in the bacon and the chives. And these ones are just going to be so good. Okay, the lemon poppy seed muffins. Oh, so perfect for spring. The original recipe for these muffins use all-purpose einkorn. And I generally use that for lemon flavors just because it doesn't have the deeper, the richer molassesy flavors that might come through with the freshly ground flour or whole wheat flour. But today, because I'm going with a freshly ground flour theme, I am going to add in a cup of the freshly ground einkorn flour. Now, I'm also going to add some extra liquid. We don't want these to be too dense as they bake, but just like with the pie crust, I don't have the exact measurements. You can just watch and see how I do this at this point. I do have the original recipe below. Once this batter is mixed, we'll go back to prepping the bacon and chives for our scones, and then the chilled dough just right now. And so I'm going to fold it 5 to 7 times. I always do this to make sure I get the flakiness when it cooks. This is so important for me, and it just makes it produce the perfect scone. After these are shaped, I will put them on a pan, and I'm gonna freeze these for about 10 minutes to help the butter to get nice and cold before it goes into the oven. It is finally time to start baking things. We're going to put the muffin batter into the oven, and then we will go back and we'll put our scones in the oven. These scones turned out amazing. Everything about them was just so perfect. They had the flakiness, they were nice and buttery, they rose great. Now, scones are one of my favorite things to make because people don't realize how simple they are, and yet you feel like you've just bought something from a bakery. They are so good. The muffins, on the other hand, turned out with flat tops, which really is okay because I can go ahead and just put some whipped cream topping on them, and that will make them look gorgeous. So it's not a big deal. They will taste just as good. Next, we are going to mix our eggs, milk, cottage cheese, salt, and pepper in the blender, and then we'll pour that over an onion potato mix that I fried last night. It's kind of like a hash brown mix. I also will sprinkle cheese on here and put chicken sausage slices, which I made the sausages when I did the bacon yesterday as well, so those were already pre-done. Now you can use whatever cheese you want. Cheddar would be great in this. I used mozzarella just because that's what I had at the time, but I will put the recipe below so that you guys can see what I used in this. I do pre-bake my crusts at about 375 for 8 to 9 minutes or so. I do find that it helps so that you don't have soggy crusts. All right, last but not least, we're going to make our little pudding cups / mousse cups. It's kind of an in-between thing. We're gonna blend cottage cheese, frozen berries, honey, and maple syrup for sweetener, and then I will combine this with the whipped cream to make a fluffy pudding combination. You do want to make sure you're careful when you're mixing it together because you want to get some of the air from the whipped cream, but you also want to make sure that it does combine fully. After you're done making this, you're going to want to chill it for about 30 minutes in the freezer just to help it to hold its shape for your event. Okay, we are ready to finally decorate the table and the food. The kids got so excited about this part as the meal drew near. I will link or share recipes in the information box below that you can find there. I'd love to hear what you are serving for Easter this year. Let me know in the comment box below, and please subscribe to the channel. If you are not subscribed yet, then you can go ahead and follow along as the videos come out. It has been fun to share our little Easter brunch with you. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know which one looks the best to you. Yeah, so thank you for joining our Easter brunch. I hope you guys have a wonderful Easter weekend, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.